Hello and welcome to Books of Blood. My name is John, and today I'm going to be continuing 50 years of horror fiction with the year 2014. I've got 5 books here. Before I begin, if you hear kind of a I don't know what kind of noise, how to describe it in the background, I've got my ceiling fan on because it is rather hot in this room without it on, so hopefully it won't be too noisy or too distracting when I play the video back, or when you guys play the video back, and I won't have to do this over again. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and get underway. So, the first book we have got is We Are All Completely Fine, and this is by Daryl Gregory. Harrison was the monster detective, a storybook hero. Now he's in his mid-30s and spends most of his time popping pills and not sleeping. Stan became a minor celebrity after being partially eaten by cannibals. Barbara is haunted by unreadable messages carved upon her bones. Greta may or may not be a mass-murdering arsonist. Martin never takes off his sunglasses. Never. No one believes the extent of their horrific tales, not until they are sought out by psychotherapist Dr. Jan Sayer. What happens when these seemingly insane outcasts form a support group? Together they must discover which monsters they face are within and which are lurking in plain sight. And that is We Are All Completely Fine, and this is by Daryl Gregory. Okay. Alright, next up we've got After the People Lights Have Gone Off, and this is by Stephen Graham Jones. The 15 stories in After the People Lights Have Gone Off by Stephen Graham Jones explore the horrors and fears of the supernatural and the everyday. Included are 2 original stories, several rarities and out-of-print narratives, as well as a few best-of-the-year inclusions. In 13, horrors lurk behind the flickering images on the big screen. Welcome to the Reptile House reveals the secrets that hide in our flesh. In The Black Sleeve of Destiny, a single sweatshirt leads to unexpectedly dark adventures. And the title story, After the People Lights Have Gone Off, is anything but your typical haunted house story. With an introduction by Edgar Award winner Joe R. Lansdale and featuring 15 full-page illustrations by Luke Spooner, After the People Lights Have Gone Off gets under your skin and stays there. And that is After the People Lights Have Gone Off. That is by Stephen Graham Jones. Alright. Okay, next up we've got The Witch's Revenge, and this is by Danny Odato. In Harungul, a village in the Latur district of Maharashtra, the Nira family wakes up to what they believe is an ordinary day. But things are about to take a dark turn in the little village when a mysterious old woman moves into the abandoned house next door. Padma, a simple woman, is married to Mohan, a hard-working tailor. They have 4 children and are raising them in a loving traditional Hindu family. They enjoy the culture of their small community and rely on their many friends, elders, and traditions to lead happy and spiritual lives. But soon after the arrival of the strange woman next door, a child is involved in a horrible fatal incident. Another child becomes seriously ill, and a woman falls to her death from a roof. Then Padma's own family suffers a tragic loss. Mohan and Padma seek spiritual advice to no avail, and the authorities offer no assistance. Finally, in desperation, as things become more bizarre in the colony, a party of brave men ventures out to seek a strange Baba from far away. With faith, strength, and a very strong sense of Harungul work tirelessly to free their home from the grasp of a terrible evil presence, a Dayan who threatens their very existence. The Witch's Revenge is a striking novel that seamlessly blends Indian tradition with suspense and horror, a book eloquently presented by a gifted new storyteller. And that is The Witch's Revenge, and that is by Danny Odato. Okay, next up we've got The Haunted Halls, and this is by Glenn Rolfe. And I believe this is Glenn Rolfe's debut novel. It is. It says right here. It says, The Haunted Halls is my first novel. To say it was inspired by my heroes of the horror genre are deadly accurate. I made molds of Stephen King, Richard Lehman, Brian Keene, and Jack Ketchum's fingerprints and glued them over mine as I gleefully typed this chainsaw of a tale. I hope you'll give it a read. If you're vacationing and staying in hotels or motels along the way, you may want to wait until you get home to dive in. Happy reading, GR. The Bruton Inn, located outside of a small main city of Hollis Oaks, is home to something sinister. An icy presence has made its way from a dark past to the present day. Cold spots, shadows, and whispers permeate the halls, and guests are beginning to change. For two front desk employees, the dark rumors are about to come to light. They call upon an urban shaman and his connection with the spirit world to dig up the truth. Will they be able to stand against this malevolent force? Or will they come face to face with something beyond their most frightful dreams? Welcome to the Bruton Inn. The Ice Queen has arrived. And that is The Haunted Halls. And that is by Glenn Rolfe. Okay. Alright, next up we've got a little bit of folk horror here, and this is The Loney, and this is by Andrew Michael Hurley. When Smith was a boy, he and his family went on an Easter pilgrimage with their local parish to the Loney, a bleak stretch of the English coastline, to visit an ancient shrine in search of healing for Smith's disabled brother. But the locals were none too pleased to welcome them, and the two brothers soon became entangled in a troubling morass of dangerous rituals. For years after, Smith carries the burden of what happened that spring, and when he hears that the body of a young child has been found during a storm at the Loney, he's forced to finally reckon with his darkest secrets and the terror they carry with them. And that is The Loney. And that is by Andrew Michael Hurley. And that's going to do it for the year 2014 for 50 years of horror fiction. Until next time, take care and stay scared. Thank you. Bye.